Death in a dream. In a dream, death represents religious failure, corruption, and an increase in worldly status. If the dream involves burial, it may indicate hopelessness, worldly struggles, or the collapse of property. Death may also suggest weakness in religious standing or blindness of the heart, yet the dreamer may live a long life. Death can represent travel or poverty, and the circumstances of death in the dream can reveal additional meanings, such as repentance or marriage. If a deceased person tells someone in a dream that he did not die, it means that he is blessed in the hereafter. Carrying a deceased person in a dream means carrying the provisions or food supplies of an irreligious and ungodly person. Carrying a dead person in a different way than carrying a deceased person to bury him in a dream means acquiring unlawful money. Carrying a deceased person to bury him in a dream means working for the governor. If one sees the dwellers of the graveyards coming out of their graves to eat people's harvests or food supplies in a dream, it means rising food prices. If one sees them drinking from the wells in a dream, a great plague will befall that town. If one sees a deceased person die, then if he walks into his funeral in the dream, it means that someone among his children or in the family of that person will shortly die. If no crying or sorrow follows his death, then it means that someone in his progeny will get married. What a deceased person says about himself in a dream is true, for he has reached the abode of truth, and he can exercise no falsehood in that abode. If a deceased person says something in a dream and it does not take place, then it means one is experiencing confused dreams. Coming back to life after dying in a dream means becoming rich and overcoming poverty, or it could indicate repentance for sins. This dream also signifies the safe return of a traveler. The death of an unknown woman in a dream implies a lack of rain or scarcity, and her revival in the dream suggests rainfall. Generally, the death of a woman in a dream reflects the death of a child in reality, and vice versa. If a deceased person claims in a dream that they didn't die, it indicates their blessed state in the afterlife. If graveyard inhabitants emerge to consume people's harvest or food supplies in a dream, it suggests a rise in food prices. Drinking from wells in the dream indicates a coming plague. If a deceased person dies in the dream, walking in their funeral procession may signal that someone in their family will soon pass away. Lack of sorrow or crying after their death could mean someone in their lineage will get married. The words spoken by a deceased person in a dream are considered truthful, as they have reached the abode of truth and cannot lie. If their statements don't come true, it may suggest experiencing confused dreams. A well-dressed, smiling and happy deceased person in a dream reflects their positive state in the afterlife. On the other hand, a disheveled, dirty, frowning or crying appearance indicates a less favorable condition. Discovering the body of a deceased in a dream means finding money. Walking behind a deceased person in a dream means following his footsteps or emulating his trade or traditions, whether they be material or spiritual. If the Imam of the country dies in a dream, it means the destruction of that city by war. On the other hand, if one sees a city in ruins in a dream, it means that the Imam has died. If one sees that he is immortal in a dream, it means the nearing of his death. Death in a dream also signifies being recalled to account for a major sin or a crime. To die in a dream with no apparent reason or illness, and to exhibit no features of a dead person, means longevity. To suffer from death pangs in a dream means being unjust to oneself or others. To see oneself dead and naked in a dream means poverty. To see oneself dead and lying on a straw mat or a carpet in a dream means prosperity and success in the world. If one sees himself dead lying on a litter in a dream, it means rising in rank. If he's lying on a bed in the dream, it means benefits from one's family. If one hears about the death of an unknown person in a dream, it means a warning about his success in the world at the expense of his religious compromises. If one's son dies in a dream, it means he will escape from an enemy. If one's daughter dies in a dream, it means despair from relief. If one dies and gets buried in a dream, it means his freedom. Otherwise, if he is entrusted with something, it means that he will be required to deliver it back to its rightful owner. If one dies and gets buried in a dream, it means that he will get married. If a sick person gets married in a dream, it means that he will shortly die. If a married person dies and gets buried in a dream, it means that he will divorce his wife, break a business partnership, or separate from his brothers, sisters, and friends. Or it could mean that he may emigrate to another country. Otherwise, if he has already migrated from his homeland, it means that he will return to it. Thanks for watching.